Welcome back to our channel, Soap fans. Today is a beautiful day, but the drama unfolding on our screens is anything but peaceful. Grab your favorite snack and get comfortable because we have an absolutely explosive update to break down. Let's get right into the madness. I am literally shaking right now typing this. I can't even deal right now. Okay, but listen. I was eating dinner and literally choked on my water. I actually had to pause the TV and text my friend immediately because my jaw dropped to the floor. I am typing this so fast my fingers are cramping, but I don't care because this is the most insane thing I've ever witnessed on the show. Steffy Forrester Finnegan just got fired by Eric, her own grandfather. I am literally unwell. The audacity of this entire situation is just off the charts. I mean, we all knew things were getting tense at Forrester Creations, but I did not see this coming at all. I thought Steffy was untouchable. I thought she was literally going to rule that company until the end of time. I'm dead. I am literally deceased. This is soap opera history happening right in front of our eyes. Oh wait, before that happened, actually we need to talk about what led up to this because it is wild. So Steffi has been acting like a complete dictator lately. Like completely unhinged. She suddenly decides to shelve hope for the future again. Yes, again. She just unilaterally pulled the plug on Hope's entire line. Which is insane, by the way, because Hope's line is iconic and brings in so much press. But Steffi doesn't care. She is so blinded by her personal vendetta against the Logans that she is literally using her CEO power to just destroy Hope's career. At this point, I'm yelling on my screen like, why would she do that? It's so petty and so vindictive. She didn't consult Ridge, she didn't consult Eric, she just wielded her power like a weapon. She literally thought she could do whatever she wanted without any consequences. I forgot to mention earlier, but Steffi has been under a massive amount of stress, right? Like her mom is sleeping with Deacon, and Sheila is literally attacked to them with a knife. Steffi had to physically drag Sheila out of her house. So I get that Steffi is stressed out of her mind. But she needs to get it together, I swear. You cannot just walk into the office and start nuking fashion lines because you're having a bad week. She's taking all her anger out on Hope because Hope wouldn't help her stop Deacon and Taylor. It's so toxic. Steffi is literally treating Forrester Creations like it's her own personal playground to punish anyone who crosses her. Not okay. Seriously, not okay. She was walking around the building acting like she was the absolute queen and nobody could touch her. She was literally terrorizing the staff. Okay, where was I? Right. So Eric Forrester, the patriarch, the legend, the man who basically invented fashion drama. Eric finds out what Steffi did to Hope's line. And let me tell you, Eric's reaction was everything. He couldn't believe his ears. He was so horrified. Eric has spent his entire life, literally decades, trying to build a legacy of peace between the Forresters and the Logans. He wants harmony. He wants beautiful gowns and family dinners. And here's his granddaughter, just tearing up his legacy and stomping on it because she holds a grudge. Eric is looking at this and he's just absolutely disgusted. He sees that Steffi is turning into exactly what he always feared. A ruthless corporate shark with no heart. And don't even get me started on Eric's own guilt. Because remember, Eric just totally abandoned Katie Logan to go back to Forrester when Ridge asked him to. He left Katie hanging out to dry with her own Logan fashion house and Katie was so hurt. So Eric is probably feeling super guilty about treating one Logan badly. And now he sees Steffi trying to completely obliterate another Logan. Eric is like, absolutely not. He realizes that Steffi is not acting like a CEO. She's acting like a high school bully. He sees that she has zero objectivity left. She is completely compromised by her own hatred for Brooke and Hope. He knows if he doesn't step in, the company will literally tear itself apart. So Eric calls an emergency board meeting. An emergency board meeting, you guys, I love when they do this. Whenever they gather around that giant glass table in the CEO office, you just know somebody's life is about to be ruined. I was literally on the edge of my seat biting my nails. Everyone files into the room. Ridge is there looking all confused and protective. Brooke is there looking tense but also kind of smug. You know Brooke loves it when Steffi gets in trouble, and Hope is just sitting there looking like she's been through a war. Hope was literally just considering leaving FC to go work at Logan with Deke and Steffi. Steffi is sitting at the head of the table looking so arrogant. She literally has no idea what is about to happen. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, Eric stands up. He doesn't even sit in a chair. He just stands over the table like a disappointed god. He starts talking about the history of the company, about the art, about the peace he has tried so hard to maintain. He looks Steffi dead in the eye and tells her that unilaterally, killing hope for the future is a gross abuse of power. He calls her out right in front of everyone. He says it's a personal retaliation and has nothing to do with business. And Steffi actually rolls her eyes. The audacity. She starts arguing back, defending her choice, acting like she is the ultimate authority. I was like, are you serious? Right now? Steffi is literally yelling back at Eric, saying that Hope's line is a distraction, that the Logans are taking over blah blah blah. She is just digging her own grave. Every word out of her mouth is just proving Eric's point that she is completely driven by a personal vendetta. You can see Ridge trying to intervene like, come on dad, she's just doing what's best. But Eric shuts him down instantly. Eric is not playing games today. He is so firm, so resolute. I was literally cheering in my living room. Yes, Eric put her in her place. I am way too emotionally invested in this. I know, but I can't help it. Ridge looks so helpless, which is rare for him. Brooke was just watching the whole thing unfold with this look of absolute vindication on her face. And then, the moment. The absolute most iconic moment of the year. Eric looks at Steffi. His voice drops an octave and he says the words. He says, "You are no longer fit to lead this company." I stopped breathing. I actually forgot how to inhale oxygen. He tells her that her personal vendettas are destroying the company from the inside out, and he is stripping her of her title as CEO, effective immediately. Boom. Fired, terminated, ousted. The silence in that boardroom was so heavy, you could cut it with a chainsaw. Nobody moved. Nobody blinked. Brooke literally gasped out loud. Hope just stared completely frozen in shock. My jaw dropped. Steffi's face went from smug to absolute pure shock in 0.5 seconds. And then the meltdown began. Oh my god, the meltdown. Steffi didn't just get mad. She completely lost her mind. She stands up, her chair flies back and hits the wall, and she starts screaming. Like guttural, unhinged screaming. Tears are instantly streaming down her face. She is slamming her hands on the table, pointing fingers, just totally losing it. She accuses Eric of betraying his own flesh and blood. She's screaming, "You chose the Logans. You always choose the Logans." It was so dramatic I couldn't even blink. It was honestly so raw and so intense. Steffi is crying and yelling that Eric is betraying his own family just to protect Hope. She feels so betrayed because she thought Eric was Team Forrester all the way, especially after they all teamed up against Katie and Bill's new Logan fashion line. She thought they were united, but Eric is basically telling her that being a Forrester doesn't give her the right to be a tyrant. Steffi is looking at Hope with pure, unadulterated hatred. If looks could kill, Hope would literally be a pile of ashes on the boardroom floor right then and there. Steffi's mascara is running, and she looks like a feral animal backed into a corner. I am calling it now, this is going to end badly. Steffi is not the type to just pack up her desk and go quietly. She is a fighter. She is a Forrester. And right now, she is a deeply wounded, humiliated Forrester. The power vacuum this is going to create at Forrester Creations is going to be insane. Who is going to take over Ridge? Will Eric step back in full time? The entire company is on the brink of collapse, because the internal politics are going to be a nightmare. Half the staff is probably thrilled. Steffi is gone, and the other half is terrified of what she'll do next. It's going to be a total civil war in that building. Everyone is going to have to pick a side, and it's going to be so messy. And her exit, oh, it was cinema. Pure cinema. Steffi is sobbing, her makeup is running, but she stops at the door. She turns around, looks directly at Eric and Hope, and makes a vow. She literally swears that she is going to make Eric regret choosing Hope over her. She vows revenge. Mark my words, Steffi's gonna burn that place to the ground. She might start her own rival company. Or she might team up with someone completely unexpected. Could you imagine if she teamed up with Bill? No, wait, Bill is with Katie. But what if she teams up with Quinn? Electra just mentioned Quinn the other day. If Quinn comes back and teams up with Steffi, it is over for everyone else. I am literally hyperventilating just thinking about it. Honestly, I am still processing this. My heart is pounding. This changes the entire landscape of the show. Hope was literally just thinking about leaving to go work at Logan with her brother Deke. And now she might get her line back at Forrester. But at what cost? Because Steffi is going to make it her life's mission to destroy them. I can't breathe. I literally need to go lie down and stare at the ceiling. This was the most dramatic, unhinged, iconic episode ever, and I will never recover. What a time to be alive and watching this soap. I am counting down the seconds until the next episode because I need to know what happens next. Okay, I'm done. I need a glass of water.